Hello everyone, welcome to the KonnectzIT platform. So we are going to work on a Connect today which will involve three applications which is called Zendesk, Google Sheets and Gmail here. So what exactly we are going to do here? Since Zendesk is basically a ticketing system, we are going to generate new tickets here, capture them and send them to the Google Sheets that I have already created here as you can see. And we are also going to notify the assignee regarding the tickets using the Gmail here. So we are going to integrate all these three applications using our platform KonnectzIT. So to start with, we have to start with the authorization of applications first. So I've chosen Google Sheets here first. I'm going to add an account and it's just going to ask me a few permissions. Once I give the permission, the authentication of Google Sheets will be done. So here I've chosen the account first and also we are going to continue. So yes, we have finished the authorization of Google Sheets. Next, we are going to hop on to authorize the Gmail here. So on the same lines as Google Sheet, Gmail will also require a OAuth-based configuration method. I'm just going to add an account here. Again, I'll be choosing the account and I have to give permissions here. Okay, the authorization of Gmail is also done. Now, since Zendesk is basically a webhook application, we needn't have to authorize it. We will directly go and place the webhook URL at the desired spot. So we will click on Create Connect here, which will take us to the Visual Flow Builder, where we'll be working on our Connect there. So here, first of all, I'm going to drag and drop our trigger, which is Zendesk. So it's a webhook application as I was mentioning. Here we have various actions to perform, out of which I'm going to choose new tickets here. I'm going to copy the URL and I just have to follow the instructions which are given with it to place the URL at the desired spot. So for that, I will just go on to the Zendesk platform, then to the setting. And here I have to go to the extension. I will click here on webhooks. So here we have to go to the actions and create a webhook. So I'm just going to name my webhook here as new tickets. I'm going to place the URL and the request method we have to do is at post here and we just have to create. So in the step 2, we also have to mention the trigger that we have to perform. So I will just go to the new window to set up my triggers here. So here we already have few triggers as you can see. I'm going to add a new trigger. Whenever the new tickets are created, it has to notify me. So here I will just mention it as new tickets created. In the category, I'll keep it as notification. So here I have to add in condition. The condition will be tickets here whenever the ticket is created. That is the trigger which I have chosen in KonnectzIT as well. And I'm going to place the action. So my action here will be notify the active webhook. So this is the webhook that I had created a few seconds back. And here in the JSON body, I have already created one. So it just talks about the various parameters that we have. So once I paste it here, I just have to click on create. And as you can see, we have successfully created the trigger here. Now I'll be going back to the admin center and I'm going to complete the setup. So yes, as you can see, I have successfully placed my webhook. Now I will just go back to the KonnectzIT platform and create on capture webhook response. So for this webhook to capture response, I have to create a new ticket there. So I will just go to add a new ticket. So here I'm going to add a new user. So I will just add a dummy name here, which will be Charles D. And also the email ID. Now I'm just going to add the user here. I've added the user here. Now we have to choose the assignee. So I will basically keep the same assignee here. We can add as many as tags that we want. I have added one here. Now it is the subject. So I'm going to name my subject as API token. So I have added the description as well. Now is the perfect time to submit my ticket here. So yes, as you can see, I've submitted the ticket. Now we will just go and yes. So KonnectzIT has also captured the ticket here. Now we are just going to go and send the same information onto the Google Sheets. So here, first of all, I have to choose the appropriate account and also the action that I have to perform, which is a create a new spreadsheet row for every ticket which is created in Zendesk. So I'm going to choose the required spreadsheet. And yes, as you can see, I have created a sheet already here. So I'm going to choose the same sheet here as well. And it's the most simplest thing that we have to do now is just map the required fields. So I'm going to map the title first, then the description here, the status as well, the signee name, and finally the email ID that I have here. Now I'm just going to click on test and review. So yes, as you can see, the data has been successfully sent to the Google Sheets. Now we have to send the same information and notify the assignee regarding the ticket. For that, we have to place Gmail. Before that, I'll be using a text formatter. So because I have to merge the text for my the body of the Gmail, so I will just use a text formatter and possibly map the ticket ID first, then the URL, which is very important, the assignee name, and I will also choose the title. So I have to create a body of the Gmail here. It's been submitted with the following details. So the ticket ID first. I'm going to choose a ticket ID. Next, we are going to see is a URL, and in between this, I'll also place the ticket title for it to have a clear picture. Now, I just have to validate it, and the data has been validated here. Next, what I'm going to do is place the Gmail app to notify the assignee there. So I will just place the Gmail here now. I'll choose the account and also the trigger, the action which will be send email. Since it's a plain text, I will choose the content type as plain text, body. So once I've mapped to the body, next I'm going to map the email here. And also we are going to keep a subject as ticket assignment. So yes, everything is done. Now I'm going to test and review the Gmail also here. So the data has been successfully sent to Gmail as well. Now it's a perfect time to publish our Connect. So we will just publish it. So we will just go and check how exactly we have got the output, and we are going to test it once more. So as you can see, this is the title that I've got, also with the description, the ticket status, the assignee name, and also the email ID. We'll just go and check with Gmail here also. Okay, so yes, as you can see, it has come in the Gmail also with the relevant information that I had just added. So we are going to check how exactly this particular connect works with another example. So we are going to add a ticket again. So here I'm going to add a user. So I'll just add, okay, so I'll just change the email ID here. The assignee, again, I'm going to assign it to the support, and with the tags, you can add your relevant tags. The subject I'm going to keep is issue with the sign up process. So now I'm just going to submit the ticket here. As you can see, I've successfully submitted the ticket. So now we just have to wait for it to capture the response here also. And yes, as you can see, it has come onto the Google Sheet with the title, also the description, and the other relevant information. So we will just go back and check with Gmail as well. I'll just refresh it once. So yes, as you can see, I've got the information here also with the URL, the ticket ID, and also the title that we had mentioned. So that's how exactly we can integrate all these three applications using KonnectzIT. I hope you like the tutorial. Thank you so much.